Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Diptii Shah and welcome to my show, Artistry. Today I have with me the founder of MeetMumz, a platform for connecting mothers across Asia. Hello, Ekta, and welcome to my show.
Hi, Dipti. Thank you so much for having me over. It's such a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Ekta. Thank you so much for coming here. Ekta, how did MeetMumz begin? What was the inspiration behind it?
Well, as they say that, that necessity is the mother of all inventions. So I had to be a mother to be in a way to launch this aspect. But the whole idea was that I come from a very big family back in India. And then growing up, in those warm, fuzzy feelings, when I became a mom, I thought that I'm really missing the same environment for myself as well as for my child. Of course, in Hong Kong, your friends become the family you choose. And to reach out to the right kind of like-mindedness, friends became kind of a need, which led me to decide that it needs to be a much more easier process than what we do in terms of reaching out on Facebook groups or reaching out through people and connecting. And that was the way wherein, the concept of making help or support through motherhood easier across the stages of mothers, wherein MeetMumz kind of took its shape, was conceived in a way.
So, Ekta, what kind of solutions or what kind of needs do you fulfill for mothers through your platform?
The platform is more or less focused on creating like a geolocation scope for the mothers, because as I understood, being a new mom with a new child, having limited resources in the sense, to travel and find meeting another mother who is probably even 20-30 minutes away was always a struggle, carrying in a baby, your diaper bags, yourself, and moving out of the house. It was like planning a trip to, the Antarctica would feel much easier. So to keep that in mind and having the geolocation scope in perspective, the app actually starts with the social needs of a mother, wherein she can not just connect with other mothers, but connect with other mothers who is like somewhere close by in her area, maybe next door, is of the same, has the same interest or has a similar age kid, and can, it's more about being able to talk from diapers to having adult conversations with the same person, but at the same proximity, wherein you're not wasting your time in traveling to create that, experience. So apart from the social needs is wherein, where the app actually started. The focus point has now also moved into creating a scope for mothers to be able to fulfill through their medical needs or their psychological needs by having either experts on board, as well as having a space for mothers to connect with other brands that cater to the mother audience. So through the needs of a mother across the different stages of a motherhood is wherein MeetMumz is kind of creating an ecosystem of support for mothers across Asia.
So, Ekta, how was actually creating the platform? When you created the app itself, did your BTech skills, help you?
Well, I would say definitely, the concepts, the security features, the logistics of how a tech platform needs to be developed was definitely backed by all the knowledge that I had created. But I did have a team that was helping me through it. And I think the biggest plus point was that the team couldn't take me for a ride, in a sense, because I was like, that's, not how it works. Maybe there are other things. But beyond having just a BTech for a platform to, create a tech platform, I think it's really important to also understand, who are you serving? For whom are you creating the platform? You may create the best product out in the market, but if there is no need of it, if there is no creating an impact to someone's life, it's of no use. So for us, the focus point is definitely to have a very strong technical platform, but at the same time, having that 360-degree understanding of what issues the mothers are facing.
When you started a crowdfunding campaign, how much did your MBA help?
I would say the crowdfunding campaign was like a practical experience of the MBA, because all the things in an MBA that you learn, be time management, operations, logistics, marketing, negotiation skills, the emergency protocols, those 2 years of MBA were actually directly put into those 2 months of crowdfunding. And at that point in time, since I was also 5 months pregnant, I guess the adrenaline rush of the opportunity to creating the crowdfunding space, I think it was just an amazing, thrilling experience. Definitely hard work, but I would definitely suggest people to, approach it in a way wherein it's achievable. And we were raising a very small amount through a crowdfunding just to whet the idea, but to get that kind of recognition and having us put up on the map, I guess that was like one of the greatest features of having a crowdfunding campaign.
Now, from having an idea to actually making an app and then doing crowdfunding for your startup, what were your top 3 challenges in the journey?
I think across the journey, the top 3 challenges, one, I guess, which every mom kind of faces, is the mom guilt. I started calling it the mom's guilt, because it is not just the guilt that I face as a mother towards my children, or not being able to spend time with them at times, but also towards the platform moms, to be more answerable, to be more efficient, to be actually being able to solve the concerns. So when you are unable at times, and it takes time to, Rome wasn't built in one day. So when it takes time to reach to certain stages, till it happens, I guess there is some guilt wherein it goes like, oh, this needs to be better, or this needs to be done. So I guess that's like a thing that, every mom wakes up with it, sleeps with it. So that is definitely one of the things. The second most thing is balance, because when you're running your own startup, you don't work 9 to 5, you work 6 to 6. And it's like 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. That's what I'm talking about. Because every time you wake up, there is always something in your mind for your own startup that you're running. So I guess balance definitely is one of the challenges. Of course, since it is like just a pre-COVID startup, I would say COVID has played a major role as being a challenge. But I would say you started seeing in the mental health scope to kind of see the positivity in things. So we are looking at COVID even as an opportunity to reach out to those mothers and those parents who are actually looking to create or find support in that hyperlocal setup. So they may not have to network or travel outside, but they can also, in a digital space, connect with someone who is close by and understands her.
Ekta, what can we expect from MeetMumz platform in the future?
I would answer that question by saying that why it started. The core focus point of MeetMumz across the domain has been to cater to that one problem that about 80% of women face, which is the postpartum depression or postpartum blues in that sense, you may call. So pre-COVID, a study was done wherein 80% of women in Hong Kong did face postpartum blues. Bring in a year like COVID, I guess it just makes things a lot more tougher. What MeetMumz is looking to focus is to bring the importance of matrescence, which is the process of being a mother. When a woman becomes a mother, we say that the birth of a child is also the birth of a mother. So to bring that focus on the support that a mother needs across the different stages of her motherhood, through different challenges, be it social, physical, psychological, emotional, or even financial, is wherein we are trying to create that ecosystem of support. To do that, even like, especially during COVID times, since new moms are unable to move out for their shopping, or, there's more online shopping that's going on, we have launched a mom box of love that partners, friends, or even moms can gift themselves. This mom box of love not just connects them to the community we have, or gain access to the products that are needed for their own self-care and recovery in that postpartum stage. They also help them connect with experts as well as other organizations that are there to provide them support at a swipe or a click of a button. So we are really excited for this year to kind of being able to launch, get into the e-commerce space per se, and also continue with the community work and keep developing a platform to cater to the needs of the mothers.
Wow, that sounds very interesting, Ekta. I wish you and MeetMumz platform all the very best for the future. Thank you so much for coming on my show.
Thank you so much, Dipti. Such a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.